Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 4. It says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakakodash. Double honor to the apostles, bishops, elders, a great millstone who do rule well and teach well. Shalom to all the essential Akim, pushing his truth on the faith throughout the four corners of the earth, as well as shalom to all the few sisters, Aquafium, this land if they don't beat into their husband at home, as well as the one there scattered abroad. I say shalom. Make sure God. Read this again. This is Proverbs, book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 4. It says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. And that would, remind me of the scripture of wisdom and knowledge. Now I'll jump to it. Let me turn right quick. And we seeing this, it's evident more and more in the day. More and more as the days, go by. I mean, fix that. He must got a dip or something right there. Just lock it. But just look from the other Apostle Tone on down, the spirit, of the prophets. Yes, we are, in the time of prophecy, of bringing it out, making video after video, quick, long, whatever it may be, but just, bringing it out because, prophecy is unfolding, man. Major prophecy is unfolding. It's the gradual build-up, the World War III. We know before that the chip has to be mandated and Jacob's trouble, the crash of the economy and things of that nature. But look at the calmness, of the prophets. Why? Because wisdom and knowledge, scriptures say, Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. That's right. Let me just lock him to park right quick. Give me 1 second, it's locked in. This is Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Let me get this in a blue letter for the word stability. Because that's this, the spirit of the prophets, man. Even though all hell is breaking loose all around us, you go on Twitter, you see all these people, they running to and fro because they don't know what's about to happen. Everybody's on edge, and these Babylonians, these Americans, like I watched some of the video the beloved brother had made. I forgot about the name, but GMS Kansas City Priest, and I just watched a short clip of Jake going in on these Americans. How they pampered, over here, man. They never been in a time like this. As far as this newer, generation, because old generations, they had, world wars and things of that nature. But over time, Babylon the Great has lost this, so to speak, discipline, man. Because all of the so-called freedoms that you get over here in Babylon the Great, all of really the wickedness, man. And that's just the decaying society, of Babylon the Great. So you see all these people running with their heads loose. They don't know what to do, man. But the men of the Lord, the prophets, we're in a calm head state. We rejoice in things of that nature. But we know these prophecies have to be fulfilled for our, salvation, for, Yahweh Shai to, return. This is Isaiah. I'm going to get that word stability. See what it says. Stability. It says firmness, fidelity, steadfastness, steadiness. That's right. Faithfulness, true, faithfully, office, faithful, fate. That's right, man. Yeah, and yep. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Yep, shall be the fate of thy times, man. Because we seeing all these things, happening. So that just boosts our faith. The Lord say he's not a man that he shall lie. So we seeing this, we seeing what's happening out in the world. We correlating it through the scriptures, and what is boosting our faith, man. It's boosting our righteous pride and confidence, and hope, and Yahweh Shemel Shadi, he's about to return. The scriptures say, when thou see these things, look up, for thy salvation, draweth nigh, man. And that's the spirit that we in, man, from Elder Apostle Tauren on down, man. Pushing these videos out, reading, studying, fasting, doing all the things that we can do, because, Esau Edom about to be taken down, man, no matter what. No matter what Trump said, all the Iran, the war between us is about done. And that's, that's what when I'm thinking about reading these scriptures, because these people, they see that and they're like, okay, everything is good now. Everything is about to go back to normal. But with this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, we know, no, nothing is about to return back to normal. In fact, it's about to get more and more, evil, more and more perilous, trouble, savage, vicious, times, man. Nothing is about to return of the pre-vid, none of that, man. No matter what Trump come out and say, I screenshotted it, actually. It was a Twitter comment. It was like Trump plays the media, but Iran is actually like winning the war. It's something like that. Let me get it. Yeah. So this is U.S. energy sector, right? Says naval escorts through the Strait of Hormuz cannot happen, but quite likely by the end of the month. And that's the talk of the town, dealing with these, safe passage through the, Strait of Hormuz, because Iran is, basically, locking that down. And it says, by this comment, says the IRGC is winning in the field while Trump is winning in the media. That's right, man. He coming out, saying how much money all this money that we're about to make. He said something about we're the largest. I think I screenshot it. I either screenshot it or photoed it. Yeah, I must have. Yeah. The man said Trump touted failing gas prices, but now says we make a lot of money as they go up. Come on, man. This is, these Americans, y'all, through, man. I'm trying to see the full, yes, got it. It says Trump, it's from Trump, True Social. It says the United States is the largest oil producer in the world by far. So when oil prices go up, we make a lot of money. But of far greater interest and importance to me. President stopping evil empire, blah, 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 blah. It's like for background noise. Oh yeah, he posted this too. It says short-term oil prices which will drop rapidly when the destruction of Iran, blah, 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 blah. And I remember them saying first for his campaign, short-term pain for long-term gain and all this. You know, these Babylonians, like reverting back into the video that the priest had made, these Americans, they're not fit for that. You know, the Jake said it, these, so-called Iranians from birth, man, been using guns and having to live in their surroundings where they had to actually ration food, and be in wars and clashes between, people and things of that nature. America, these Americans haven't felt that. These Americans are pampered. They're spoiled. So when all these prices go up, short term, however you want to call it, man, these Americans gonna lose it, man, because they're not used to that type of stuff, man. And that's gonna crash the whole economy, man. Reverting back into that Proverbs 11:4, riches, profit nothing, in a day of wrath, man. But what it says, truth and righteousness. Let me go back into it. My phone finna die. Proverbs 11:4, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness deliver from death. That's right, because having this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, that stability, that faith in Yahweh Shemel Shai, you're gonna keep a calm mind, man, because you're gonna have the belief that Yahweh Shemel Shai is gonna return and he's gonna save you, Lord willing, because you believe you're the elect number. We believe, I should say, we are the elect number, man. From the apostle to all on down, man. So I just wanted to make that quick, video, man, of how, the mind of the prophets is right now, man, while all these people, Jake don't know what's going on. Jake is worrying about, I had seen the dude banned from the Heat. I think he played the Heat, too much watch basketball, sports. He scored 83 points, and I think he passed Kobe and all that shit, and young boy with the YN. Jake is just true, man. These Edomites, they're losing their mind, man. These Edomites are losing their mind, man. Now you got the draft being passed. So it's not gonna get easier. It is. It's just hard times, man. America, Esau Edom is about to be put, in dire straits. And we're going to be in that too, but the difference is we're going to have that knowledge. We're going to have that stability, that faith, that Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to supply us. And as it says in Isaiah, the 66th chapter, is 66:15, starting at 13. My servants shall drink, but you should be thirsty. My servants shall eat, but you should be hungry. My servants shall laugh. So we read them scriptures, and that's what, powers us to keep going, no matter how bad it get. And that's what we want. We telling Esau, let's go, push the red button, man. We telling, Yahweh Shemel Shai, Baba Kushai, speed things up. I thought, now, so we can, get out of here, man. The world be turned righteousness, put the righteous rulers, back in place, man. So everything can be, set in its right and justful, order, man. But with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shabbat Shemar Kakodash, double honor to the apostles, bishops, elders, Red Millstone, do woo and teach us, Shalom, Tala, Sincere, Aki, and pushing truth on faith throughout the four corners of the DT, Ababa, Shalom.